Okay, now that I have your attention, the world is facing a major crisis concerning its well-being, but most of us either don't care because we're too busy watching our sports, or we simply just don't give a football! Issues such as deforestation, water scarcity, and excessive consumption of energy are destroying our planet, and it's evident when we take a look at the species that are on the verge of becoming extinct. We seem to forget that all species share these three same necessities in common: air, shelter, and water. Deforestation is just a fancy term for habitat destruction, and species rely on their homes just as much as humans do. Did you know that we lose 20 football fields worth of forest every single second? Oh, as in this one. Water pollution is a grave threat to these same species because they require clean drinking water, but over 1 million seabirds and mammals die from plastic ingestion each year. And of course, they need air, which has been polluted by humans due to our overconsumption of energy. All three of these human-made issues have a grave impact on Gaia and the four systems that sustain life: biosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and lithosphere. And it seems like plants and animals are getting the worst of it. We continue to be greedy, and we overlook the warning signs, leaving us all to ask, what's it going to take for us to change our lives and ensure our future? You've probably heard of or seen cartoons depicting the dodo, a flightless East African bird. You would never see it step foot on Canadian soil, but yet we've all heard of it so many times. But why is that? Maybe it's because this species has been extinct for over 300 years. You see, it's not until it's gone when you start to appreciate the things you once had. Gorillas are a herbivore species that have been around for roughly 7 million years. The mountain gorilla, a subspecies of the eastern gorilla, is now one of the most endangered species of today. Due to deforestation and loss of habitat, it leaves these gorillas with many barriers to climb. With less than 900 of them remaining, we continue to hunt them and destroy their homes. This suggests that the only way we're going to make any real change to our lives is if we get first-hand experience of multiple species becoming extinct. It's just a matter of time before we run this subspecies into the ground, or a school locker. There are three main types of forests in this world: boreal, temperate, and the most negatively affected one of all, tropical forests, which has been diminished to 50% of its original size due to deforestation. Blinded by money and greed, we destroy these areas of nature for our own well-being. We destroy these forests to build houses for our people, but we don't even consider that we're destroying the homes of multiple species through this process. Keep in mind that deforestation is not the sole contributor to the endangerment of species. Water pollution plays just as big of a role. About 100 tons of plastic is produced each year, 10% of which ends up in the seas and endangering our aquatic species. Anthropogenic occurrences such as oil spills and carbon emissions are responsible for the countless deaths of birds, turtles, and marine mammals. Oil spills alone are responsible for approximately 82,000 deaths from birds of over 100 species. Multiple species of dolphins, according to the IUCN, are critically endangered. Pollution is often local in source, but global in scope, which means that the material and energy consumption in Canada has an effect on the entire world. The air that we breathe every day is made up of 21% oxygen and 78% nitrogen, along with other gases that account for the remaining 1%. If we tamper with this, it is so crucial and vital that it can be dangerous not only to plants and animals, but to the entire human species. Energy and material consumption in Canada is typically 3 to 5 times the global average. Overconsumption of energy means that fossil fuels are being burned. This leads to ozone depletion, and it also pollutes the air that these species breathe. Fossil fuels are a non-renewable resource, which means it is in finite amount. Once we lose them, they're either gone forever, or it takes thousands of years for them to be recreated. Many North Americans have an expansionist worldview who believe in urbanization and the exploitation of the earth. This has led to an unfortunate disconnect between humans and nature. The first wave of environmentalism was in the late 1960s. The second wave, starting in 1985, was when the concern of habitats came along. Both eras were concerned with the cleanliness of our air, which, funny enough, is still a major issue today. The Flick Off Friday initiative is an effective way to begin this change in our lives. Other activities, such as the garbage pickup, is a wonderful way to look after our species, which ultimately ensures our future. Keeping these species safe does justice for everybody because we are one big superorganism. Humans are an integral part to the environment and it's our responsibility to maintain it. It is crucial that we make changes to our lives now before it's too late to ensure our future. It's unfortunate that we won't make these changes in our lives until multiple species become extinct. Now, I don't really know how to end this video, so